When you picture the golden years, what comes to mind? Peace and quiet? A comfy rocking chair? Well, what if that whole picture, the one of passive rest and gentle decline, is completely wrong? We are learning what people truly want in their next chapter is something else entirely. Their vision of life after 60 challenges every stereotype we have. This isn't a story about winding down. It's about a vibrant, demanding new beginning. The truth is, seniors aren't just living longer. They are redefining what it means to live better, and they're doing it on their own terms. And their blueprint for life is rewriting everything we thought we knew about aging. It all seems to boil down to one powerful theme: control. Not the bossy kind of control, but the quiet, dignified control over your own life. The ability to choose how your morning unfolds, who you share a meal with, and how much help you accept on any given day. This isn't a generation fading into the background. They are a generation grabbing the steering wheel. Their desires aren't about extravagance. They are about authenticity, connection, and the freedom to keep becoming who they are. So before we get into what this really looks like, consider subscribing and liking the channel, a place for tips that help older adults and those who love them live safer, easier, and more confidently. First, let's get a few things on the table. When seniors talk about independence, they are not talking about being left alone. In fact, for many, the large family home that was once a symbol of freedom has become a huge burden. The constant upkeep, the stairs that get a little steeper every year, the silence in empty rooms, those aren't signs of independence. They are obstacles to it. True independence, as they define it, is the freedom from those burdens to have freedom for what actually matters. It's having your routines and preferences honoured. That's why many seniors are proactively choosing modern senior living. They are not choosing in a moment of crisis. They are doing so as a deliberate step toward a simpler, more autonomous life. These communities are designed to handle the hassles, the housekeeping, the laundry, the maintenance, and this frees up time and energy for what people actually want to do. This reframes independence not as doing everything yourself, but as having the choice and control over how you live. It's the freedom to lock your door and travel for a month without giving the lawn a second thought. It's having your own space, filled with your own memories, while knowing support is just down the hall if you need it. It's about being in charge of your own life, and that sense of autonomy is a cornerstone of well-being later in life. For decades, a career and raising a family gave life a clear structure. The alarm clock, the deadlines, the school runs, they gave you a reason to get up in the morning. But what happens when that all stops? Retirement, for all its promised freedom, can leave a quiet, gaping void. And filling that void isn't luxury, it's an absolute necessity. A sense of purpose doesn't just pack up and leave when you hit a certain age. Seniors are getting incredibly creative with their why. This isn't about finding a trivial hobby to pass the time. It's about meaningful engagement. Think encore careers, small businesses built around lifelong passions, or dedicating serious time to volunteering. We hear about 70-year-olds finally learning piano, 75-year-olds who are essential volunteers at the local animal shelter, and 80-year-olds writing their life story for their grandkids. These aren't just activities, they are goals that provide structure, motivation, and a feeling of accomplishment. This drive is deeply connected to mental health. Having a purpose boosts confidence and maintains a strong sense of identity. It turns out, psychology has a name for this: socio-emotional selectivity theory. It suggests that as our time becomes more precious, we prioritize emotionally meaningful experiences over just seeking out novelty. It's the depth of an experience, not just its newness, that matters. The desire to contribute, learn, and grow doesn't have an expiration date. So, if purpose is the engine, then social connection is the fuel. In our culture, we often overlook one of the biggest health crises facing seniors: loneliness. The research is shocking. A lack of social connection can be as damaging to your health as smoking up to 15 cigarettes a day. And seniors are acutely aware of this, actively seeking communities that fight isolation. This flies in the face of the solitary elder stereotype. People want vibrant hubs of interaction, places to share stories, play cards, join a fitness class, or just find a support system. These aren't just social pleasantries, they are lifelines. Regular social interactions keep the mind sharp and provide a crucial emotional support. It's where shared experiences are understood without a lengthy explanation. While many factors play into the decision, a major reason older adults choose community living is to find these social connections. Interestingly, this move often increases their independence. Instead of waiting for a family member to give them a ride, they can just walk down the hall to meet friends. It fosters connection without forcing it, creating a sense of belonging that is vital to well-being. And holding all of this together, the independence, purpose, and connection, is not non-negotiable priority of health. But the modern senior's approach to health isn't about fearfully managing decline. It's a proactive, personalised pursuit of vitality. The focus is on smart, sustainable habits that preserve energy and autonomy. The old one-size-fits-all approach, senior living fitness, is dead. In its place is a focus on functional fitness. Exercises that directly support daily life, like carrying groceries or getting out of a chair with confidence. Then there's nutrition, which is now viewed through a lens of strength and clarity. Not restrictive diets, but nutrient-dense foods that support brain function and heart health. Finally, mental and emotional well-being are recognized as essential. There's a growing embrace of mindfulness, gratitude practices, and creative outlets. These aren't just pastimes, they are deliberate acts of mental self-care. This holistic view, tying together physical, mental, and nutritional health, is the foundation upon which a vibrant next chapter is built. The desires we've talked about today are part of a quiet revolution that's reshaping how we see aging. These aren't outlier experiences, they are the new reality. If any of these truths surprised you or gave you a new perspective, please share this video with someone who needs to hear it. And for more insights that challenge the status quo in aging, make sure to subscribe. So what do seniors really want? Turns out they want what we all want, but with the wisdom of a life lived to sharpen their priorities. They want independence, but defined as freedom and choice, not isolation. They want a purpose that gives them a reason to get up in the morning. They want deep, authentic social connections that fight loneliness. And they want to feel healthy and vital, in control of their bodies and minds. They don't want to be managed passively. They want to be the authors of this incredible, unfolding chapter of their lives. They are not fading away. They are stepping into their power, armed with a lifetime of experience and a clear-eyed view of what truly matters. And maybe the biggest surprise is that their blueprint for aging is actually a blueprint for a life well lived, at any age. The next chapter isn't the end of the story. For many, it's the part where it gets really interesting. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.